come back, I'ma give back my bad when a check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when a check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold as shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your brum, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Pain built for the weak.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with their opponents. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Check 53, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Wide. Get wide.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. 58. They're running it. Pick that.
Hey, South.
Come. He's checking.
Space.
Crash.
Hey, watch that.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
53, Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Check nickel.
Hey, check 24.
Cover. Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53. Oh.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go. Shift.
Second and long. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Let's go. Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
52 yards. First down, Eagles.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Lucky.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Under 10. 10. Check 3. Alert 3. Slam, Will.
Check 50. Check 50.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He was looking for Watkins that time. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Right there, 54 Mike. Good track.
Hey, South.
Me.
21.
Mike 5-4. Cut.
Check 37.
Chef.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, great plans.
1.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, short. Four down. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Hey, switch gears. Check 52.
They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Rush in. 21.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got one. Check your hot read.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54. And I'm coming after you. Hey, Strickland. Shoot. Check 43.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
51. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 80 weapons. SOS.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
53, Mike.
I can't believe they check. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check it back. Hey, white.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 4.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's 2nd down.
second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
24 is the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Good shot. Big shot. Switch.
They'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Watch out. 21. Hey, alert 3.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there.
Hey, Foxtrot.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On first down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Ryan going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. Give him 30 yards there. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a first, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Hurts over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Double up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Like 10. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
First down, Eagles.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings us 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this. These linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them are running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
We play to win. Let's
The Eagles
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I don't think you got it, sir. Mike, 53, Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, Tuesday.
54, Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
54. Bandit.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, gun.
Here I come.
Right there.
Mike,
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Ready, back 25.
Check. Watch 54. Come to my work.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
Check 26.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Gurley again here on 1st down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
59, ready. 280.
54, Mike. Target.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down, ready. 280.
Switch it.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Two yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action now. Ryan. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go, go.
Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Watch the eye. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, 59, ready.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They try right side here. Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Whip, 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 whip.
Wait.
Watch the whip.
51. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 20. Hey, whoa.
To throw on third down, Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Here we go. Go. Check.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
We got 4.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 43-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, it's a